This is Amy Chan from CakeDecoratingSchool.com, and if you like cake decorating, you're in the right place. If you're interested in this product, check out the links in the description. In this video, we are talking about Satin Ice's ready-made gum paste. It's a beautiful product with a great consistency, and I really love it. When I first started decorating, I used to make my own gum paste, but every once in a while you get a really funky batch that's hard to use. This is nice, soft, pliable when it's warmed up and ready to work with without being too tacky that it causes you problems when you're trying to roll or work with your pieces. So gum paste can be used to create a lot of different things, and typically we use it either when we're making figurines or when we're making beautiful flowers for flower arrangements on cakes. And this becomes important just because, one, sometimes flowers are out of season or people can't get the color that they really want to match the theme for their event or wedding, or just the fact that some flowers are poisonous and shouldn't be anywhere near food. So it's important, if you're going to get into cake decorating, and especially if you're going to run a studio, to know how to work with gum paste so that you can handle any situation that comes about. I like the Satin Ice because it comes in these nice buckets. There's also a bag inside the bucket that'll help keep the product from drying out. And you always want to make sure you're twisting the top and the back and pushing it against the product when you're storing it. And as you can see, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, and nut-free. It does contain eggs, so it's not vegan, and that's important because a lot of Satin Ice products are, but their gum paste is not. So that's just something to keep in mind, but it will get you through a lot of dietary preferences. It also comes in a variety of pre-made colors. So if I ever have to make something really intense like red or black, I go ahead and buy it rather than coloring it, just because mixing in all that color can sometimes change the consistency of the gum paste, and it's definitely worth it to just go ahead and buy it in that case. Anytime you're using it, if you have excess, you want to make sure you're storing it properly. And in that case, typically what I do is take a little extra vegetable shortening, coat the outside of the extra piece, wrap it in saran wrap, and I keep a little Ziploc bag on hand just to place it in there. If I'm working on a project and I'm getting my colors ready, I'll store all my colors in the bag while I'm working. That way they're not drying out. They're nice and fresh. They'll be easy to work with. Once this crusts over, you can't remix it back in. It'll be completely hard. So it's important to make sure while you're working, everything is nice and covered so that you only have exposure for the gum paste that you're actively working on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and press the air out of this bag. And then if I'm gonna keep it long term, like say I have excess after I finished a product, I'll actually keep a bag inside the container once I start using it. And I keep the excess bits of color right there in the same container so that they're ready to use. And I have things that then I can blend and mix into other colors and a little bit of extra on the side. And I just pulled some different decorations that we've made that I had extras of, so you can see a little bit of what you can do. So I use it to make little figurines and little things. We're in a place where nature is a very big theme for weddings, so we end up doing a lot of things with ferns, mushrooms, flowers, other stuff, right? And sometimes these decorations end up being wired, and I can string them together. So you can see I have some like ivy that I've done. Oh, doesn't want to twist, right? And I've hit them with some different petal dusts and stuff just to give them a little bit of a more lifelike appearance, right? So you can do things that are really complicated, right? Just another leaf, or really simple. This one was just an extra topper, and you can see I've just taken 2 pieces of gum paste, sandwiched them together around a little skewer, and it makes a beautiful topper that you can put into cupcakes. And this, because it's nice and firm when it's dry, it'll support itself, so you don't have to worry about things soaking up moisture in the refrigerator and flopping over on you. So it makes nice, hard, firm decorations. Right? And I've also used it to make very simple flowers, right? And since it dries nice and hard, you can do things like insert wire into the back so that it's easy to apply to the cake, right? And you don't have to worry about it not being supported and potentially slipping off. So there's a lot of things you can use gum paste to achieve in terms of making various flowers, different decorations, appliques, toppers, figurines, etc. And it can run from really simple to more lifelike. So it's a very flexible product and it's a really good buy. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like more about the materials and equipment used for cake decorating, or just more inspirational videos about cake decorating itself, you can follow us on Insta or YouTube at Cake Decorating School. If you're interested in signing up for yearly membership and you want to know more about what that entails, you can go to www.cakedecoratingschool.com for more information. And if you're interested in these products, you can check out the links in the description.